You ratting them out?
Oh,
what's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls Postgame.
Mr. and Mrs. Spathis, right now, let me tell you. No.
Coming to you from Studio B, live here at our CHGO studios downtown Chicago. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. Big Dave, Bow, BNWL Sports. Bow. Will, the Go Gottlieb, Will _Gottlieb. Our pal and producer, Joey Spathis on the control.
He's quick on the draw.
We are CHGO _Bulls. Bulls fall to the Thunder 116-102, dropping to 5-11 on the season to kick off this 4-game road trip. Thank you for joining us. If you're hanging out in the comments, go ahead, hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed. We will get to as many of y'all's comments tonight as we can while we roll along. First, though, guys, I feel like we have to address the most important thing.
That we're in Studio B?
For the first time since the Studio B reorganization.
Yes.
How do you guys feel?
Oh, I enjoy it. Well, I was here. I was a part of the reorganization of this. Mm-hmm. So when they were putting this together, they were using me to help kind of set up camera angles and deciding where to put stuff. So
Sure.
I'm glad they listened to me because I asked them to move that desk over because I thought it would give more space for the camera and look better like that. And so I'm glad they actually did that. And yeah, I'm glad there's three of us in here now, and then the Ghost gets to sit in here with us, man.
Yeah, it is nice to be able to fit three in here.
Yeah.
I'm into it. And I like having a little desk to put my...
Yeah, Ghost loves the desk.
I mean,
typey.
I like to
nice
do a
to
little
have
work
a
while we're
desk.
talking, you know?
Will's gonna fucking multitask right now.
Oh, he's gonna get some work done.
Let me get this game right up done while we're doing post game.
He shaved 5 minutes off his whole workload right now.
The one downside though is that I have to really lean forward to get, because these guys are so loud. You know, I have to really like get into my mic. Otherwise, people can't hear me. I've seen this a lot in the comments. So I got to lean forward.
Why don't you push the laptop back a little bit? Maybe get that, maybe
you
get
like
that
it, Joe?
mic right in your
digging
face.
this
I actually like this mic. It's more different for me than it usually.
Yeah, because it's like you're on the
Producer
show.
actually has a mounted mic there for him, which is
Yeah,
nice.
this is pretty cool. Actually, it feels real for me.
Feels real for you, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here's the problem I have.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Here we go. Peck's got a problem.
Oh, my God.
Big surprise. I like the layout.
Yes.
I like the three across, this sort of like table, bench, whatever. It's nice to have my beer just sitting here right in front of me.
Shout out to Goose Island.
Yes.
If I have to watch a shit Bulls team all year long, at least let me sit in a comfy chair for pre and post game, in addition to sitting in a comfy chair or a comfy couch for the duration of watching the game.
That's fair.
These stools that we're sitting on, not going to cut it.
But it does allow you to get up and walk out when you're extra angry. So it does do that.
I got 1 foot like on the ground, like planted, ready to go.
Right.
You're like Zach
Hold on, let me
LaVine,
get
1
you
foot
this.
out the door.
Let me get you this right here. Oh, damn.
You guys missed my great joke.
No, I heard that. I heard that loud and clear.
I'm glad you came
I heard
back
that
for
loud
it.
and clear, Will. I heard that loud and clear.
What did he say?
I heard that loud and clear.
Said Matt's like Zach LaVine, 1 foot out the door.
Hey. Oh, my goodness.
I had to give him an extra hat because, just in case. Just in case one gets tossed, man. Just be focused.
Jelly said Joe's going to get clocked by every single hat. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot of hat throwing tonight.
Okay.
These are close quarters. I don't want to hit Joe. That light is just right there.
Well,
I'm worried about the glass back there breaking.
You want glass?
If I haven't
glass
if
thrown
I haven't
right through the
cracked
window.
that glass door with a hat throw yet, it's not going to happen.
That's true. He's tried. He's tried to put the hat through the door, but it doesn't work that way. Thank you for Strong Glass. Whoever made that, thank you for having that, because Matt Peck sometimes gets a little perturbed, gets a little angry.
A little perturbed.
Just a little bit. Just
the
a little bit.
nicest way that I've heard that
You like
described.
that, Joe? You dug it? All right. As we sip from the full pocket Pilsner that I saw in the closet and made this whole day better, because as soon as I saw it, I looked at Matt and said, man, I think there's full pocket Pilsner in that closet. He said, for real? And then when I walked over there and I saw it, it was no communication said. I just turned around and I looked at Matt, and he looked up and looked at me, and I just said, he was like, he pointed to the freezer. He was like, freezer? I was like,
You guys know what that's called?
what's that?
Continuity.
The GOAT, ladies and gents. The GOATs. He is here all night.
Which is, nothing says continuity like another loss. But, I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to gripe about as far as the game that we watched tonight. DeMar had a slow start, a bad start. He didn't shoot well. With the absence of Zach, you're thinking, all right, DeMar's got to pick up the slack or somebody else has got to pick up the slack. Coby picked up the slack.
Yeah.
Coming out firing. And Coby was lights out tonight. 7 of 12 from downtown. He finished with 23. Right there with DeMar, who finished with 25, who got going in the second half.
Yeah.
The Bulls moved the ball around. The Bulls took a respectable amount of three-point attempts, just like they did the first time round against this Thunder team. Mm-hmm. They got down big. They made a comeback. And, they were like the final score, a 14-point spread. It was somewhere between being that much of a blowout and not at all a blowout as we ebbed and flowed through quarters 1 through 4. Mm-hmm. I just think that Thunder team, as we talked about in pregame, obviously a better team than the Bulls right now.
Yeah.
And the Bulls started hot and cooled off from 3, ended up shooting about 38%. And, Bulls outscored the Thunder behind the three-point line. Kudos to them. Thunder outscored the Bulls at the free throw line tonight, despite the Bulls not missing a free throw. They were perfect, I think, 17 of 17?
Ow.
Yeah. But Thunder, 31 of 38.
That part.
Getting to the free throw line a lot.
That part right there.
And making damn near most of them.
Yeah.
To me, the difference is, yes, the Bulls managed to shoot 38% on a high volume of threes. They also shot 38% from the field.
Again?
Which is less ideal.
And also the Bulls did a good job on points off turnovers. 25 to 15 is what it was. But what's the point of it if you can't hit all your shots, or hit a majority of them, or hit an average number of them, which is what the Bulls did not do tonight, and that is exactly why they took that L. 39% from the field, matching, like you said, the three-point percentage of the 39 once again. So it's like you're damned if you do, kind of damned if you don't with this team. And it's funny because watching this game, they did the normal, which is get off to a horrible start. That was their norm. Get off to a horrible start, and let's do that. But then they tried to make the game interesting. They came back. They fought back. Caruso, DeMar DeRozan, your usual suspects brought the Bulls kind of back into the game. Coby White, who had an incredible game, for the Chicago Bulls, who I told all of y'all was going to play like this when it gets to late November, early December. This is how he acts, which is why I wasn't worried about him and more concerned with Zach LaVine, because I said it 1,000 times to y'all that way. But, I'm just a beautiful-looking black man that says silly things. I get it. But I do like the way that they played and the way that they came back, but they fell short because they went up against a better basketball team. It's really that simple. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, when he came out in that third quarter, he was trying to end the game, all right? He was trying to get the game over with and say, we're done here. But the Bulls did a good job, fighting back, just fighting for it. They did a good job with that, but in the end, Will, you went up against a better squad, and that's just really that simple.
Well, first of all, shout out to Whitney, little sister of Colin calling.
Shout out Whitney.
First time watcher. We appreciate you.
Didn't think that Bro could get her a shout out. Hey, you clearly don't know how much we love Colin in the comments here.
Yes, we ain't got nothing but love, baby.
One of our ride or die regulars
out right here. Yes, take a sip for him. Mm-hmm.
And while you're
happy early Thanksgiving to everyone in y'all's family.
Go.
Absolutely, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I mean they just are going to have a hard time winning games if they can't make shots. And that's really what it comes down to. It's like a make or miss league. At the end of the day, that's kind of the reductive way to talk about it. 49 effective field goal percentage. That's really bad, but it's also exactly where they are on the season. They just haven't been able to make shots, no matter whether it's a night where you make a ton of threes or a night where you get to the line, get to the rim a ton and make shots around there. The Bulls just have not been able to put together an efficient scoring night once this year. Ooh. And it's that's how you end up 5-11.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the free throw thing, the Bulls have to be a team. We talk about margin for error a lot on this show, and how given the way that the Bulls play and the fact that in a lot of these games they're going to be at a talent deficit because teams around the league are just becoming really, really talented. They have to take care of the basketball at a really high level. They have to defensive rebound and offensive rebound, prevent teams from getting second chance points, and also get their own share of second chance points. Mm-hmm. They need to score efficiently, which they haven't been able to do, and they need to get the free throw line a lot. And you mentioned the free throw disparity. The Bulls can keep turn it over as few times as possible. They can, get offensive rebounds and all that stuff. But if they're not making shots and they're putting the other team on the free throw line, it's going to be hard to win games. It just is.
Facts. And especially a team as good as this. You know what I mean? Like giving them.
Shai was 17 of 18 from the line.
Like giving teams like this, those kind of opportunities, it's just why he had an easy 40 points. It wasn't even a hard 40, an aggressive 40. It was like, oh yeah, I feel like doing it tonight. Because that's what it felt like for him. Like, yeah, let's do it tonight. Refs are giving me these calls. They're going to let me do this. Let me hit you with some vicious step backs also while I do this. Those 3-point shots he was hitting was vicious. He hit one, but it was goddamn, it was nasty. And the 11 of 19 shooting from the field. 11 of 19 from the field on top of the free throw shooting.
Remember pregame how we were talking about 30-10 and 5 or 31-10 and 5 is the game he had in October in the opener.
Yep.
We were like, damn, that was Shai putting his name on. I'm an all-NBA player here, goddammit.
Oh, you like that?
Tonight,
can I just say
40, 12, and 5.
He is like legitimately in the early MVP discussion.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
With this team's record,
I mean, they might
him putting up these kind of stat lines, without a question.
Yeah.
People are talking about, is it Joker again? The Nuggets have kind of fumbled a couple of their games recently, dealing with the absence of Jamal Murray right now. Mm-hmm. You have Embiid, who puts up Embiid numbers, but they couldn't get it done against Cleveland last night.
Right.
Absolutely, Shai. To me, you could even make the argument for front runner right now.
Ooh.
I mean, he's going to be up there with the regulars, right? Your Jokic, your Embiid, your Giannis. Luka, I think, should be in there. They've kind of stumbled a little bit lately, but still top 4 in the West. Wins are going to play a big role of it. I don't really think, Anthony Edwards is kind of the standout player on the Timberwolves, and they're number 1 in the West, which is crazy. But I don't think of him as playing as dominant of basketball as Shai is right now. The only other guy who you can make an argument for in terms of both wins and team wins and also numbers is Tatum and Jokic right now.
Yes.
And Shai, Tatum, and Jokic, that's not bad company.
No, it's not.
Can we have one? Just come on, NBA, just give us one. Let us have one of those.
Patience. These things work out in
mysterious
ways.
Mysterious
ways.
Trip Hop says Vooch is the MVP. Unbelievable player.
Yo.
I'm getting real sick of him.
Okay.
Can we yell at him?
Yeah.
I'm getting.
You want to yell at Vooch?
I want to yell at Vooch. I'm getting real sick of Vooch, bro. I am. I'm getting real sick. Listen, 16 and 12. Can't be mad at that. But the 6 of 13 shooting, and I continue to say this, Matt. He putting up these numbers, and then when I go through it, it's like he puts it up, and then he's like, "Well, stop scrolling." You know what I mean? Like then I'm like, "No, let me keep scrolling." Oh, your field goal percentage was terrible. Okay, great. And then, but the 2 of 5 from threes, the 2 that you hit were some lucky shots. Let's be for real about it. Those were not regular shots that he normally hits.
One of them he hit from way behind the line.
That's my point. Like he was far behind that line. That's nothing that he does. But the fouls that he was taking, man, were terrible. Oh my God, they were just ridiculous. And then he just sometimes looked really lost out there. And then the constant yelling and the throwing up of your hands and all that stuff just really gets on my nerves. And as Matt would say, and as Peter Griffin would say, grinds my gears when he does those kind of things. Because it's bothersome because I'm watching how you're performing also on the floor. And it's like, bro, no, you're wrong. It's like, why are you doing this right there? And it gets frustrating, you know what I mean, watching him do those things. He's a guy that demands the ball in the post. He has to have it. He's got to have it. And then he gets it, and then it's Clang City, and then it's constant misses. And then he looks lost out there on the floor. And that's what really bothers me a lot, is how lost he looks when I watch him play. It's like, dude, do you know who you guarding? Out there on the floor, like you continually getting these mismatches and get lost. He fouled the 3-point shooter. Like that's not something you do. Well, he did it. You know what I mean? Vooch got out there and he fouled the 3-point shooter. Like yelling at Billy, telling him, "Hey man, run that back. Turn the clock." We're all sitting there like, "No, bro, do not challenge that because you will lose. You will definitely lose that." I've seen more complaining from Vooch this season than I've seen in any season since he's been with the Bulls, and it's the worst season for him to complain because his decline is starting this season. So watching him yell about it, maybe that's a part of it, that maybe he knows that my decline is here and I'm trying to do other ways to do it. But it's frustrating to watch him be like this, bro. It really is just really frustrating to watch.
I think it was Rob in the comments who said, like Vooch doesn't want to be out there. To me, like that's what I've noticed recently. I mean, just like so far this season through the first 16 games, we're talking about how maybe Zach kind of requested a trade without officially requesting a trade, and that Zach doesn't look like he wants to be here right now.
Yeah.
Neither does Vooch.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's one of the dominoes in the fact that all of this appears to be broken and busted, and why the hell are we continuitying still? But Vooch looks like he doesn't give a crap.
Yeah.
And to the defense of some of the guys on this team, Coby White, Ayo Dosunmu,
yeah.
Drummond some nights, DeMar some nights. Dude, there are people out there on this team who look like they're still trying to win and want to be out there playing NBA basketball. Vooch does not.
There should not be nights where I am calling for Andre Drummond to be on the floor instead of you. That should not be occurring. But it's occurring this season. It's occurring in the past few games where I'm like, and you sat right there. Thank you for doing that. You sat there next to me and you've been like, you've heard me say, where the hell is Drummond? Where is he? Put him out there. Like, what is Vooch doing? Like, I should not be saying this, bro. Like, you're a dude who is a double-double machine, but then you did a dude coming off the bench who's also a double machine in less minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's something wrong, all right? It's something wrong going on with this kind of basketball player like this. He's not the only one. Obviously, I've yelled at Zach. I've yelled at Billy. I've yelled at Pat. We'll yell at Pat again. But I've yelled at Pat, and I've done those things. But my God, man, like, you're the guy who is the starting center, who is demanding of the basketball, who I thought that it would behoove the Bulls to actually run the offense kind of through you. But now it feels like the offense through you means giving you the ball in the post, and then that's it. I thought they should run it through you because you would get the ball, and then you would facilitate. And then you would find guys, who are open. Who's open, who's doing this, and use your vision and your high IQ. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a guy who's getting the ball, and it becomes a black hole. And that's it. It's my ball. I'm done. That's it. I'm shooting this three. That's it. I'm shooting from half court. That's it. Dribble, back, claim. I'm sick of that, man. Like, bro, it should be better, is all I'm saying. I should not be clamoring for Andre Drummond, and your offense shouldn't look like it's better run with Andre Drummond. It shouldn't look like that, because Drummond, you know what you're getting. Pick, roll, cool, right?
Yeah.
When sometimes with Vooch, he wants to pick, pop, and they're like, no, it calls for the roll. Nah, I don't want to do that. I want to go ahead and hit this pick and pop. Nah, you know what? Fine, I want to hit this pick and roll, but give it to me, and then let me get in the post and let me bully everybody down here in the post when I can't bully anybody anymore because I'm not the same player. That's what's frustrating.
To me, like, the big thing is, playing through Vooch in the post is great. I think there's a time and a place for it. And the Bulls want to get him the ball down there because he makes good decisions with the ball. But the problem is, like, a lot of times what happens is the defense will collapse on him. And the reason that happens is because the defense isn't afraid of the Bulls' floor spacers.
Facts.
And so he kicks it out to guys that aren't shooting the ball or don't shoot it well, and it just doesn't look good for anybody. Mm-hmm. So I think when you're calling for Drummond over Vooch, what you're calling for is a player that can be productive without necessarily needing to dominate the ball. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where like this sort of passing of the offensive torch this year that's happened. And I say that kind of facetiously because they're not actually doing that.
Nice word.
But he is getting a lot more of those touches. He's getting a lot more of those possessions, but they haven't really resulted in anything.
Yeah.
And I think when you start to see more of those post touches, what you're seeing really is less of those DeMar DeRozan jump shots from the elbow, less of those, Zach LaVine drives from the wings. And that's what gives the Bulls a chance. And obviously Zach was out tonight. We didn't hit on that yet.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, only, 13 shots for Vooch, 3 assists, but it felt like he just had way more touches than that.
Like, do you feel what I'm saying here, Will? Like, he gets the ball and it just becomes a black hole. Like, I don't recall it being that way. I recall him getting the ball and it still would hit certain players, whether they could shoot it or not. They would still get out to certain guys. But now it feels like he gets the ball and it's mine. You know what I mean? Are you feeling the same thing?
I mean, absolutely. But I feel that way about a lot of post-ups.
Okay.
If you're not Jokic, if you're not Embiid, like you shouldn't be getting 10 post-ups a night. I just don't think that's an efficient way to live in the NBA now. And I know they wanted to play through him a little bit more. My understanding was that was going to be elbows and dribble handoffs and cutting weak side off of him. But the Bulls aren't doing that. I wrote about this today for the website. Last year, 5.2% of their offense was on cuts. This year, 4.2.
Yeah.
Less. Last year, 1.9% of their offense was handoffs. This year, that's gone up to 3%. But those two things cancel each other out. It's 1% either direction. Either way, it's not going to materially change anything that you're doing. And I think the Bulls are trying to do different stuff. They are shooting more threes. They are getting into the paint more. All that stuff's good. But what the numbers show you is that it's not actually changing all that much. And a lot of it is just that they're not making those shots, that they're not making those spray out threes, all that stuff. But I think it looks a lot more bogged down. And when you see that score, when you see that offensive rating, it makes it look that much worse because not only is it not super pleasant to look at, it's also not winning you basketball games. And it's also not getting you any higher in the offensive ranking standings. I mean, last year, 24th. This year, 26th.
Whitney is calling for a hat throw, Matt.
Whitney wants a hat throw?
Whitney said, throw it now. There it is. Right there. Toss it out.
To hell with this dumb team. Ruin all y'all's Thanksgivings.
Joe, you're gonna
ruin my Thanksgiving.
Blackhawk show is over. You grab some more. You're going to need some more hats, Joe. Because Whitney wants a show. It's for Thanksgiving.
We didn't set a over-under for this game, but I did slack Dave and Joey during our pregame show. I don't know, whatever the line is, I'm taking the over on that.
But see,
he did say this.
Here's the tricky part. We got to take a break, but here's the tricky part about that. I'm either coming in for the remaining 65 or whatever games this season, pissed as shit, or 110% completely apathetic about this joke of an organization. So which is it going to be? It depends on my mood every night. Because I tell you what, I came in tonight feeling pretty damn apathetic. Oh, cool. We're starting a road trip.
Oh, here we go.
We're playing the Thunder that we already got smoked by. We're probably going to get smoked by them again. Fuck this shit. And I was apathetic most of the night.
He was. He needed some love.
And then you got excited about that comeback.
I did. He needed some love, but he liked seeing me happy. And it's okay because it's all right. But I just enjoyed watching the comeback. I didn't care about the win or the loss in the end. I enjoyed watching the comeback. So when it got close and they started losing, I'm like, well, I had a little fun. Thank you very much, Chicago Bulls. Here comes some more L's for you right now. And Matt Peck gets to throw hats and yell about it. Hooray.
Russell said, does this team know what a shot clock is?
Oh, my God.
Let's put a pin in that.
Oh, my God.
Let's put a pin in that because we've got to read some ads right now.
Help!
Also, there was a great chocolate salty Bulls joke that I wanted to get to. We can get to that after more of y'all's comments. Throw some super chats at us. I know we've already got some. We'll get to those for sure. On the other side of this break, hit the thumbs up. Colin, Whitney, everybody's hitting the thumbs, right? And make sure you're subscribed. Tonight's CHGO Bulls Postgame brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. That's one way that I was happy about tonight's basketball.
Yeah.
I won easy money. Betting on the Thunder to cover the first quarter spread. Have you been watching Bulls first quarters? There is free money out there for y'all. Free money. It was 3.5. Oh, the spread was 3.5 for the first quarter.
Oh, my God.
It's free money. And you could have won it too at DraftKings Sportsbook. In the NBA, the game can change in an instant. But no matter how the action unfolds, you know DraftKings Sportsbook has your back.
They do.
This week, new customers can score $150 instantly in bonus bets just for betting $5 on NBA basketball. Win or lose, doesn't matter. You still get the instant dub of those bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code CHGO. Again, new customers can get $150 in bonus bets instantly just by putting $5 down. Promo code CHGO. Yeah. It's that simple. Yes. Seriously, y'all. Until they prove us otherwise, bet the Bulls to not cover the spread of whatever the first quarter is. for the rest of the season, that money is there for you. It's there for you on DraftKings. The holidays, everybody needs money.
They do.
Get it by betting on the Bulls to look like dog shit in the first quarter every game of the season for the rest of time.
Why is he angry during an ad read?
Sign up at DraftKings with promo code CHGO. My God.
Wait,
Yes.
that was the 100th hat throw of the season. 100 hat throws. Pre-game and off-game shows do not apply.
That's amazing. The 100th? Oh, my God. That is incredible.
Game 16.
Unbelievable. You guys, we are in for a special season.
The question is this, though. How fast can he get to 200, Joe? We got to take bets on that. How fast can he get to 200?
I think it's going to be.
I'm set my timer now.
I don't know.
Set your timer? All right, we're gonna take some bets on that. And I'm gonna do something different right now. You ready?
I am a truly sick individual.
I'm gonna do something different.
All right.
Congrats, man.
Hey, Joey and French Bulls TV. What time is it?
Game time. Who?
I'm gonna need you to put it in the comments.
French Bulls TV.
Put that in the comments, French Bulls TV. Tell me what time it is. Because Joey just told you. Oh, I'm so proud of you, man. You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all your sports, music, comedy, and theater nearest you with LR last minute deals. All in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying those awesome tickets. Oh man, that is amazing. It really is. I'm really just happy for you. I don't even know no other words to put it. Like, I'm just happy. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event. And even an hour after it starts, it is not the place. It is the place to buy your tickets. Find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals to all your on tickets to football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and much, much more. And with the zone deals, you pick the section. Game Time will do the selecting. For an average savings of, drumroll, Matt Peck, 18%. Oh! The Game Time guarantee means you always have the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Not 100, 110, because they're better than 100. God dang it. So, download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create the account, redeem the code CHGO for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Jelly and Matt Peck. What time is it? Game Time. Who? Very good. I saw you, French Bulls TV, put it up in there.
I saw French Bulls TV.
I see it. I see it, French Bulls
had
TV.
It in there.
Jelly, I'm gonna need you to put it in. Tell me what time it is, sir. Need you to put it in.
Who else noticed was here in the comments hanging out to witness Hat 100 tonight?
What's that?
Our guy Ben Dean.
Ben Dean is in the building.
Love you, buddy.
Swag on 100,000 trillion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, one of the first to truly understand the hat throw.
He is.
And
Ben Dean's awesome, man.
And just how great it is for getting your frustration out.
Oh, I remember he ate that thing.
While keeping your brains inside.
I liked how when Easy was here, he was posting videos of him walking around the studios, and there was one where he just throws a hat. But you don't see him do it because it's taken from his point of view.
See that.
So you just see the hat fall to the ground.
Yeah.
But I understood. The
That's
real
pretty
one's
good. That's pretty good. I like that. I like that a lot. Look at Jelly. There you go, Jelly. I see you, bro. I see you, sir.
Yeah.
I see you. I like that.
I tell you what. Use that Game Time app for everything other than buying Bulls tickets right now until they fix this shit.
Oh, my God.
Speak the truth.
This dude, Matt Peck. Shout out Full Pocket Pilsner.
To our previous conversation about how Vucevic looks so broken and
Yes, sir.
checked out right now.
Yes, sir.
Our guy Chocolate Salty Bulls said something about how he thinks all of like the tendons in Vooch's fingers are shredded because of how frequently he's going like this to ask Billy to challenge foul calls.
It's frequent and wrong every single time. That's what makes it upsetting.
Billy, you got to challenge that, man.
It's like nobody agrees with you. We're like, no, that is not. You should not challenge that. That would be a dumb decision to do. But Vooch is like, but I'm Vooch. My favorite part was when he did it, and then the very next thing is he was sitting at the end of the bench because Billy was like, come sit your ass next to me. What are you doing out here, dog? It is ridiculous. What a crap show we're looking at right now. Oh!
You know what, Vooch? I will challenge the notion that you deserve to be on the floor right now.
Sub.
My God.
What do you mean, what about you? Whitney, you just got here. You can't get stuff. You just walked in. She wanted the game time hoot. That's it. She wanted the hoot with the game time.
Oh, anyone's allowed to throw game time who in the comments.
But I call you out, but you got to come here more. The people I called out are people who are here all the time.
Yeah.
You got to earn that wit. You got to earn it.
Newcomers are also obviously always welcome.
Of course. Of course.
Anyone's welcome to come hang out with our fellow Bulls fans.
Can't build your cachet without being the first person taking the first step. You can. Come on, GOAT. Come on, GOAT. Come on, GOAT.
We don't know who has the most real cachet. It's
you better say it. You better say it. Look at the quaff, by the way. He put a hood on it and had to take it off because the quaff said no. The quaff said no.
Hoodie goat.
Look at it.
Hoodie goat.
Oh, but the quaff is still out. You got to look at it and be amazed by it.
Can we briefly touch on Patrick Williams? Given the fact that we don't have Zach to talk about tonight, we covered Vooch. We covered Coby and DeMar.
Does Joey want to touch on Patrick?
I feel like Joey, who had the Patrick parlay tonight,
the Patty parlay,
and flirted with it happening.
Yeah,
but only to be let down.
Yeah,
and we saw glimpses of good Pat and bad Pat tonight. Yeah. Same old, same old. That dunk he had, where he made a good off-ball cut.
Wow.
Welcome to the party, Pat. And then,
I thought he was about to throw a hat.
Was it when he checked back in early mid-fourth quarter after his rest, after playing most of the third, he got swung the ball on the weak side.
Yeah.
No one within 100 yards of him.
Yeah.
And he was like, let me hesitate for a second.
Yeah.
Let me put the ball on the floor.
Yeah.
And then let me not know what I want to do with it.
Let me challenge Chet Holmgren at the rim. Throw it off the backboard.
Go ahead, Will. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, look, Patrick, it's like a can't win situation for him because right now he's just not good enough to take advantage of more offensive burden. He's just not good enough.
True.
So when he doesn't get any touches, then it's frustrating because you want to see him get touches. When he does get touches, it's frustrating because he's playing pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, again, can't win situation for him. I thought he had some good moments. Obviously, the dunk was the highlight of the game for him, but he did have a nice catch-and-shoot three in the late game so the Bulls were running this play that they've run in late game scenarios like every single game where DeMar DeRozan comes up from the weak side block. He gets a stagger screen, gets the ball on the strong side, wing, empty side pick and roll. He brings somebody else up to set a screen for him, get the weakest defender on the Thunder to come get switched onto him. The Thunder were prepared for this. They have seen the Bulls run this against every single team all season. So what they did was forget about getting the switch on DeMar. Let's just double him and get the ball out of his hands.
Makes sense.
And even though the Bulls were shooting well in the late game, they only scored I believe it was 5 points in the last 3+ minutes. Ugh. So he was getting the ball out. He was giving it to the right people. Patrick did hit a three off of that, but he also hesitated on a three, which Matt was referring to. Ran into the paint and just threw it off the backboard, trying to do something against Chet. Yeah. Caruso had a couple of misses on it. So they were getting the right looks. It wasn't going in. But it's one of those scenarios again where it's like it's almost hard to evaluate any of this stuff because the Bulls are shooting so far below their normal shooting that it's like, yeah, they're losing by 10, but if they were shooting 55% instead of 49, like maybe they win this game.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same with Patrick. It's the same with all these individual players, but for the team especially, it's just hard to know what to make of any of it.
It's tough. And you know what? It was interesting because starting Pat tonight after the game that he had last game where he actually was doing stuff that I have been wanting him to see him do since his rookie season. Just the types of shots and layups that he was making actually looked like NBA layups and NBA shots. And I was screaming that to Matt. and I was like, this is what I needed. So when he started, I was like, well, if he's already doing it here, well, fine. Maybe we'll see more NBA stuff in the starting lineup. Now, the dunk was an NBA thing. Absolutely right, it was. He dunked all over, dude, and it was amazing to watch, and I'm probably going to look at it again when we get out of here. But everything else just felt like business as usual. It felt like normal Patrick Williams, and I don't mean that positively. It felt like the Patrick I don't want to see, but he had, 7 rebounds? Am I right about that?
7 rebounds.
7 rebounds, which is solid.
One shy of his season high? Two shy of his season high?
Oh, my God. And which is great.
Double his average, right?
That's my point. Because it doubles the average, and that's great in things like that. But 10 points and 7 rebounds and 2 assists in 36 minutes, it doesn't impress me.
36 minutes.
Because
and the fact that you rattle those numbers off, and most Bulls fans are probably like, not that you're impressed by it, but your first notification of it is, oh, that's actually like a pretty decent stat pad.
For him.
For him. For Pat, that's not a bad stat night.
But what's crazy is that's what he averaged last year.
Correct.
He's regressed so much.
That's my point.
He's averaging like half of the numbers.
Make my points, Will, because this is exactly the stuff I'm about to say. No, please. You're saying everything I'm about to say, sir, and I appreciate it.
It's bizarre how much he's regressed. And I wonder, look, the vibes on this team, not great. I think we can all agree.
All-time low.
All-time low vibes right now.
Thumbs down.
During the Donovan era, let's clarify.
Which I have more hate.
There have been vibes that have been worse than this. But
I know you're not about to bring out the ball-headed menace on Thanksgiving.
Don't do this, Will.
I didn't do it. I'm just saying in previous eras, there also have been bad vibes.
Where's my neuralizer, Joey? Where is it?
I'm referring to Tim Floyd. Patrick, for one, is part of that. He's got to have better vibes. He's got to attack the basket more. He's got to just feel more comfortable out there.
Yeah.
He's not shooting it well. He's not scoring it well. But again, going back to what I was saying earlier about the team as a whole just shooting so poorly, that's leading to losses. I think it's snowballing into their mental state, and they're psyching themselves out, and they're just not playing well.
And we talked about Pat Williams, and you and I spoke about this when we were watching him. It's something with that left hand with Pat. When he's dribbling with that left hand, it immediately turns into a turnover.
But he's so insistent on driving left all the time.
Because as it was told to me by an intelligent human being, this man, he has to go left because his shot is taking a long time to get off. So he got to dribble left so he can take his time and find his shot. And you saw that tonight when he dribbled to a spot at the top of the key and was like, you could see it coming because it took so long. When you saw it coming, you're like, oh, he's about to shoot that.
Yeah.
And so when he got to that spot, he was like, yeah, this is my shot, and then claimed it in, and it landed in Arkansas. So, but it's just like, it can't be that predictable.
Right.
Because teams are going to know immediately as soon as you're going left, oh my God, you're trying to shoot the ball right here. So guess what? And we know you can't dribble with your left, so we're going to apply some pressure to you because we realize you can't dribble left, young sir. And he's having nothing but trouble and drama and problems every single time he puts it at the left hand, unless he gets 2 picks and he's wide open from that top of the key range where he could dribble into it and take that shot. That's just not a normal thing that's going to happen in the NBA all the time. You're going to have to create your own shot, but you can't create it if you can't dribble the basketball, my man. God bless it. It hurts my feelings to sit here and talk about you like this, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Man, it's ass, bro. It's ass. It's pure D ass. What we looking at watching you play, dog. Every time I see you dribble left, I'm expecting a turnover. I'm expecting you to dribble it off your foot. I'm expecting you to dribble it off your leg. I'm expecting you to throw it to the next team and them just steal it from you, or I'm expecting you to clang it because you get to your spot and you don't have enough confidence to shoot it. I appreciate the dunk tonight. I appreciated the rebounds. Me and Joey were excited about the rebounds we were sitting there and watching from Pat tonight. We really were.
He needed every single one of them.
My God, we
Almost
did.
got there.
But, dude, 36 minutes, 10 points and 7 rebounds ain't it, because it still was only on 9 shots. Did you hear what I said? It still was only on 9 shots. 2 free throws.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about Zach LaVine right now?
No.
Only 9 shots?
No. Talking about young Patrick Williams, man. That has been the norm, and that has just been so frustrating. I'm talking about Pat Ryan. That's what I'm talking about. Young Patrick Williams, or as my friends call him, P. Won't. Don't do this. Don't do this, Pat.
Crazy Pat statistic.
Oh.
Patrick Williams. Assist percentage, 7.5. That means assist percentage is defined as an estimate of percentage of teammate field goals a player assisted while they're on the floor.
Right.
Okay. 7.5 assist percentage. Turnover percentage, 15.5. So he has twice as many, 14.5. So twice as many turnovers per 100 possessions than assists. And it's true. I mean, he just...
Is that bad?
It's like it's gotten to the point where it's like what we described with Dalen in Summer League, where it's like he can't put the ball on the floor. He's obviously a better shooter, so he draws more closeouts. Yeah. But even when he does close out, to your point, he basically only likes to drive left, because in order to get into his shooting pocket, his release is so slow that he needs to put the ball. So he's dribbling with his left. He has to like bring the ball into his right hand so that he can get into his shooting motion. If he's dribbling with his right hand, he has to then like dip his palm below the ball, get it up there, and that takes even longer. So he has to go left, but he can't dribble with his left hand. So he's dribbling out off his foot, or he, just takes a contested shot or moves off of it because he's not beating anybody off the dribble. And if you're not be able to finish up off the rim and you can't get to the rim in the first place, you're basically relying on your 3-point percentage. And in order to be an efficient player, an efficient scorer, you need to get to the rim, and you need to get to the free throw line. Yeah. And he can't do either of those things, so he just can't score efficiently. And there are going to be nights where he does get hot from 3, and he makes shots. Tonight, that cut for the dunk, like it was a highlight play, but it was also a great cut. Mm-hmm. Like that's the kind of stuff that's going to get him easier offense. He doesn't need to create everything for himself, but he does need to be a play finisher. And what I mean by that is let somebody else create for you, and you just put the ball in the basket. Whether it's DeMar collapsing the defense and getting his man to double, and then he kicks it out to you, shoot open 3. If Vooch has the ball in the post and somebody goes down to help, cut back door and get a dunk. Like those are easy ways that you can get your confidence up, get the ball in the basket, and be a more efficient offensive player.
And I don't. My issue with that, Will, is I don't know when it stopped, because I saw him doing that his first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I've watched him do it. Like, and when I say first 2, I mean that 3rd season. I don't mean the second one when he got hurt.
Yeah.
But especially in that first season, you will watch him do that all the time on the baseline, because I noticed it because him and Javonte Green were really good at that. So I would notice it, and I was like, oh, he's got this part of it. I don't have to worry about his IQ on this level no more. And now I'm sitting here concerned deeply about his basketball IQ because he's not doing these things, Will, that you're pointing out that I saw him do, but for some reason he just won't do anymore. And I still don't get why.
Yeah, it's weird. Again, I think he's part of the bad vibes on this team right now. Mm-hmm. He just is. And it sucks because even if you are looking forward to the next phase of the Chicago Bulls team, the next era, like you kind of need Patrick to be a fixture there, because he's one of like 2 players under 23 on this team that actually have upside. Yeah. And he just has gone the complete opposite direction. And so when you think about, Zach's going to get traded at some point, they got to get a good young player and a good pick, because otherwise you're just looking at what you saw tonight, which is a lot of DeMar scoring and carrying you, which is great for a team that's trying to win something. But the Bulls, I think, at a certain point, it's just going the other direction. And when you get there, you need to be able to invest and develop your young players. And it just doesn't really feel like the Bulls have come to that realization yet. And if they have, they're not doing a very good job of it.
Well, that's why they didn't blow it up this offseason or at last season's trade deadline, Will, because they They got to build a winning culture.
I do want to interject here with maybe my favorite comment of the season so far from Connor.
Please, yeah.
Pat has 97 points this year. Matt officially more hat throws than Pat has points.
Wow. Wow.
It's just about showing up and going to work every day. You know, it's not that hard.
It's about your mentality.
It's not that hard, Pat.
Just basketball players playing
I
basketball.
throw hats because I freaking care. Do you care?
Well, when
basketball.
when the hat comes to you and you're wide open, you throw it.
Oh.
It's not that hard.
What's his average on the season with Joey when you get a chance?
You said this was what, game 16?
This is game 16.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to know his average on the season, man. When
What
you
is
get
that,
a
like
shot at that.
6.3125.
He's averaging 6.
More points per game than Patrick Williams.
Hey!
But is it more field goal attempts a game? That's what I'd like to know. How many more attempts?
Well, I don't know what the efficiency on these hat throws is.
Everyone,
100%.
Everyone goes
100%.
exactly where it's meant to go.
Exactly, dog. You don't miss. That don't miss them.
My surroundings are nothing but hat buckets. Golden Force in the comments saying Patrick Williams, I don't know what to say. Ready to just get a new coaching staff. Maybe they can give him some confidence again. Throwing Billy into the Pat discussion. Taryn 7 asking, what the hell does Pat do over the summer when he's training with DeMar?
What would you say?
Should do. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure chicken parm is involved. Jamie Andy saying, I'm not going to lie, I am very close to giving up on Pat. Meanwhile, there's like Colin and Gary, some of our other regulars I noticed, like hyping up the fact that Julian Phillips and Batim and Adamas Sanogo, like these guys are balling.
They're playing well
for the Windy City Bulls.
They're playing well for the Windy City Bulls. I pointed out Sanogo's last 15 and 21 games.
I think Gary pointed out to us tonight
and
in
Phillips,
the comments.
19
26 and 14 for Sanogo tonight.
I'm just saying, dog.
Hey, Joey.
Why not?
Can I switch gears here? There's been a couple of videos coming out recently from Darnell and then just from the Bulls Talk account. I can send you the link if you want. But Billy was talking about Zach LaVine, who obviously was a late scratch today, did not play with a right foot sprain. And Darnell posted a video saying that he was explaining the miscommunication surrounding Zach's availability tonight. I'd be interested to hear what
tell you what, while you guys are pulling that up, let's give some quick shout outs. Big Dave, tell the people about the deliciousness over there at Hero Bread.
You know what? This will make me feel better. Eating something awesome and tasty like some Hero Bread. God dang it, it is awesome and delicious. It is the best bread going for me. And I think you all should get down too. Shout out to my guy who hit me in the Twitter and was like, yo, man, I sent my wife out there. I think it was Jay Holloway. He said, man, I'll send my wife to go get some Hero Bread just because of the ad that you read out there, bro. Because I believe in what you're talking about. Because I ain't telling you no lies. Do I lie to them, Joe? I ain't told no fibs.
Never.
No, I ain't told no fibs. We here for the Hero Bread because it is delicious. The taste is amazing. The texture is incredible. The 5 to 10 grams of protein per serving. The 0 sugar per slice is amazing. The high fiber and the ultra low net carbs. They got it all covered, man. Oh, they got everything that you're going to need in some bread if you're looking to take care of this thing right here over the holiday. All right, because we know you're going to get down. So if you're going to get down and you're making that after Thanksgiving sandwich, just use some Hero Bread. It'll be better for you when you're making an after Hero dressing, cranberry, turkey, and foolishness sandwich. Because foolishness, I'm just leaving room for anything. Now, anything you want to put on there, you're making that a sandwich on that Friday. It's amazing. No, Amare, you are my hero, sir. Hero Bread! It's delicious. Get it. Try it. Enjoy it. Devour it. And understand that I told you the truth. And just because you're awesome and a wonderful human being, we're going to give you a discount. Use that code CHGO. 10% off at hero.co. That is hero.co because Hero makes sliced breads, buns, and tortillas. And all of them are available at hero.co. And you can get it on Amazon. Maybe you might get a Black Friday thing with it. I don't know. Who knows? Put a code in. Boom, boom, boom.
Chloe on a base.
Hey. And like I said, off of your first order, you will get 10% off for the CHGO fam. Just use that code CHGO HERO.CO. Save yourself 10% today because it's Hero Bread to the rescue. Come on.
You know that Hero Bread Thanksgiving leftover sandwich got to have a moist maker in the middle.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's why I left room for foolishness.
There you
You
go.
know what I mean? We got to have the moist maker in the middle.
Shout out
I
Ross
like how you
Geller.
said that.
I don't know who's more mad right now. Me as a Bulls fan or the time that Ross's boss ate his sandwich.
Did you mistake it for your own Thanksgiving leftover sandwich on Hero Bread with a moist maker?
There you go, Joe.
Look at Joe.
Tonight's CHGO Bulls postgame also brought to you by
Who that?
Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shout out to our CHGO Bears crew who had a live show with their guy Cole Komet at Rays in Fox Lake yesterday.
They had a great time, man. That was an amazing
Had a great
show.
time.
Cole
Talked
Komet is
some Bears,
amazing.
sold some cars. They did Toys for Tots.
Dude.
Like, shout out to people making holiday wishes
And
come
sold some
true.
cars, too.
Are you in the market for a new vehicle? If you are, we've got great news for you. One, you don't have to watch the Bulls play on Thanksgiving tomorrow. Two, we're on the same team as Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Fox Lake. At Ray CDJR, you'll always be able to shop one of Chicagoland's largest inventories and find unforgettable savings. And right now, during the Black Friday sales event
Word.
at Ray CDJR in Fox Lake, you get 0% financing available on select new models all month long.
All month.
But that's not all.
Tell me more, Matt.
Just for listening, you can get yourself a free oil change. That's a $0 oil
I'm
change.
going to spit on Will's computer.
All you gotta do is mention that you tune into these fine people here at CHGO Bulls, when you make your reservation, or just mention it at the service center when you go, and that's a free oil change. Just make sure you book by the end of the month. Ray CDJR/service is where you can make those oil change reservations. So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, you got to check out the team at Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram because they're the only team we recommend. Visit them today on Route 12 in Fox Lake. For more information, visit Ray CDJR in Fox Lake or raycdjr.com. Serving the community since 1963. All right, Billy, you said you wanted.
Hold on 1 second. Let me do something real quick. Joey, I saw in the comments that Colin was asking us right there, when's the next watch party? My sis might be showing up, but she's a vegetarian. First of all, she needs to hang out with me then, because I'm a pescatarian, so we can have a conversation.
Same thing.
Matt will not hang out and speak with her anymore. But if you want to come hang out with us
Fish
at
meat
the
is
next
a
watch
vegetable.
party that we having, Joey Spathis, can you tell him when the next watch party that we having, sir? When you get your thing correct and situated, sir?
It is on November 28th at Buffalo Wangs and Rings.
Just Wings and Rings.
Wings and Rings. Mm-hmm. I believe it's called. I think there's a Buffalo preface to that.
No.
It is at
Careful with that pronunciation of wings.
Wangs and Rings. Wings and Rings for those on South Halstead.
35th.
And you could find our more information on the CHGO website.
Correct.
Look up CHGO Bulls watch party, Wings and Rings. More
Wings
information
and
there.
Rings.
And
November
guess
28th.
what, Dave?
November 28th,
This-
35th in Halstead.
And you know what?
We will be at Wings and Rings
And-
on November 28th.
And
Go
the
ahead.
show will taste great because free tastes better.
Free tastes better.
And there's no cost to attend the event.
Oh, it is free.
Just
everything
RSVP.
about this is free. So Colin and Whitney, I'm gonna need to see both of y'all in the place to be because it is free. And everybody else that is hanging out with us in the comments, it is free. Me, Matt, Goat,
Hello.
Joey will all be in the vicinity, hanging out, having a wonderful time, man. We want to see all y'all there.
Maybe the Bulls fighting for their in-season tournament live?
Oh, yes.
I mean, first things first, they got to beat Toronto on Friday.
Correct.
That is
This is
also
very
a tournament
true.
game.
Very true.
And the Bulls are just seconds away from elimination.
Oh my God. Joey's putting up the link in the comments right now. You guys
There you
just
go.
RSVP. That's all you got to do. RSVP.
Don't need a ticket, just RSVP.
That's it. RSVP. And that's it. And come hang out with us and get all of this foolishness and wonderfulness live because we are going to be doing the show live from there as well. It's all of it is free. You get all this for free. Oh my God. You better take advantage. Take advantage, man. As Smokey told you on Friday. Take advantage. This ain't coming around more often. You better get down.
Okay.
Whitney, you better be there.
Whitney, you better be there.
Whitney, you better be there. Colin, too. You better be there.
Should we listen to Billy? talking about Zach.
I
feel like we should.
I think we should.
Joseph?
Spathis?
Thank you for finding that, Will. I am curious to see what he said.
Billy, before you get to the game, can you clear up the misunderstanding on Zach before the game? You said he was going to play and then he didn't.
So when I come in to see you guys, he had just started his warm up, and they thought we think he's going to go. So I told you guys I think he's going to go. As he continued through the workout, I think the more and more dynamic he tried to get moving, obviously started to bother him. He came to me after, said, listen, he probably can't go. So I apologize for doing that. That was the word I got, that it looks like he's going to go, and that he was cleared to go. I think he was really trying to push himself to play, is what the issue was, and I think he was trying to work his way through it. But I think, like I said, as he got through his workout on the court after a period of time, I think he just felt like he couldn't go. So that's why there was a little bit of a mix-up.
Did you prepare for this one as if he was going to be in the lineup, and did you have to change? How much did that change when he was a late scratch?
I think you always prepare when a guy misses shoot-around and he's got to go through his pregame warm-up to get ready to play. At that point in time, you're already looking at stuff. So even though it was right when I told you guys, I found out for sure he was out when I left you guys before the game. But we had already discussed and thought about, after our shoot around, okay, if he can't play, who are we going to start? How are we going to rotate? So I did do some of that. It wasn't like it was just like it happens. I think anytime you get a situation where you got a guy that's going to be quote unquote a game time decision, you're already thinking about the possibility of him not playing. Gotcha. And I think we did that. So I apologize, for the confusion. There was nothing there other than the fact that he was trying to play. It looked like when he got out there, he was feeling okay, but the more he did, it became a little bit of a challenge for him. So again, I appreciate Zach trying to get himself ready to play and trying to work his way in there, but I just don't think felt like he can move well enough.
Biden. I mean, fine, whatever.
Well, let me just say this. Zach did appear on the injury report yesterday night.
Correct.
So he was listed as probable. Obviously, and that's what Billy was referring to when he said that Zach didn't go through shoot around. Typically, guys, they'll see if they can do that. They're working with medical all day long if they even do show up. Like Patrick's been on the injury report for weeks now with a sprain that he had, a jammed finger against the Pacers, which was like Game 5.
Yes, sir.
So like these guys are working with medical constantly, and Zach probably something popped up after what they say, the Heat game, and they've probably been talking about it. Look, Zach plays every game that he can. He mentioned it in pregame, like he missed an entire season with the ACL, or large chunks of 2 separate seasons. I don't think he's like sitting out because he wants to. You can read into this or not. I don't think there's really any reason to. Of course, everything right now is going to look a little fishy because of the losing, because of everything we talked about pregame, the trade stuff. It's going to look a little fishy, but I don't think there's anything.
I'm not expecting a Woj bomb tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, proving the conspiracy theory is correct that he didn't play tonight because he gets traded tomorrow.
Yeah. You do feel that though this is not out of the norm, what everything Billy was saying as far as the miscommunication and things like that, because
I think that's a little strange. I mean, that doesn't happen very often.
All right.
What are you talking about? There was miscommunication when Zach didn't know he was supposed to do a sideline post-game interview after a comeback win the other night. That's all it was, a miscommunication.
Well, typically, what I mean by that is that typically Billy will say during pregame, this guy's game time decision. He's available, he's out, or he's game time decision. And from what it sounds like, I was not there, but from what it sounds like, Billy had said he was going to be available, and then after that, they said he was out. So I think that's where the miscommunication was. More so than with Zach, it was with Billy like finding that information out later than he expected to. So for me, that's like the weird part. But I don't think that's on Billy or Zach or medical. It was just kind of like a miscommunication.
Right. That's kind of what I was.
It's just atypical.
Yeah, just not something that you would look into as a conspiracy theory, but just something as an actual.
And he was listed as probable, right? I mean, typically it's like doubtful is 25% chance to play, questionable is 50% chance, probable is 75% chance, and probable is really like 95% chance. I mean, most guys play when they're probable. So for him to be a late scratch, Billy said it. He went through his workout, he went through his lift, he went through his shoot around, and then he was trying to go for it, and they held him out.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Joe. Let's rock through some super chats.
Rock them.
Maybe I'll say what we're thankful for, and then get out of here. We can all go enjoy our families tomorrow.
Okay, here we go. AK, how does Vooch not dominate the guy that is 1/8 his weight?
Good question, Guado.
Well, it's because he is about 1/8 as good as.
Joey, spitting fire.
You know what? Joey's been on fire tonight. I got to give it to him, man. Joey done had a few that he done spit out. Like, shout out to you, young Spathis. I'm proud of you. Shout out to George. Shout out to Mama Spathis, because I know that came from y'all.
Maybe all we needed to do is threaten to get in touch with Lisa.
That's it. That's all we need to do.
Joey got his
That's all we need to do. He got it together. And he was like, oh, my God, no,
My
not
shit's
Lisa.
been together. It's been together. Ricky says thankful for all the CHGO platforms, Bulls, Bears, Cubs, even Blackhawks, so we as fans have a platform to vent our frustration. Happy Thanksgiving.
Ricky, I promise you, this
Thankful
is what
right
we
back
here
for
for,
you,
my
man.
guy. Appreciate you, man, for real.
Thankful you tune in.
He's in with another one here that says, honestly never thought there ever would be a time that OKC were leaps and bounds better than the Bulls. # team and organization.
I am
They're
not
better.
surprised at all.
They're better.
I sat there pregame game one. I was like, I think we're about to get worked by this young Thunder team.
To be fair, you said that pretty much every game.
Let me tell you guys something.
And we're 5-11.
So you're not wrong. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Let me tell you guys something. OKC's better than most teams in the league right now.
That is fair, too. You're preaching to the choir, Will. This is all facts. Come on, Spath.
Okay,
We scored 39
AK
in the
says
first
Vooch signed a lower contract and asked to be fed more on offense, but the apparent decline, is it possible that Vooch comes off the bench before the season is over? He looks stuck in the mud out there.
That's a great question. Honestly, that is a great question. But do you feel that's something Billy might explore? Because it doesn't, in my head, it doesn't feel like it. But in my heart, I kind of want him to.
Actually, our guy Drew Stevens from the Bigs
Shout out.
It's
asked
the Bigs.
Billy about this recently, and Billy kind of shrugged it off. Like, he's not going to do that. Would be like for some guys like Patrick or like Javante or even Coby to a certain extent. Like, moving in or out of the starting lineup is like less of a demotion and more of like a let's try to tinker
An
around
adjustment.
the fringes so that
Right.
we can optimize for Zach, DeMar, and Vooch. If it were Zach, DeMar, Vooch moving to the bench, that would be
Right. It's why when Bulls fans are like, oh, God, Zach, just bench his ass, or don't play him in the fourth quarter, or bring DeMar off the bench. I'm like, even if your idea has merit, and I'm not sure it does, why would they ever do that? Because they wouldn't ever do that.
Yeah.
In this whole trade saga for Zach, the benching from last year against the Magic when he was 1 of 14 and got benched down the stretch of that game has come up as something that he still holds on to. So that can it's extreme, and like who knows how real that actually is, but like that could change your franchise.
True.
That could change your franchise.
It could.
Zach getting benched when 1 for 14 against Orlando is his LeBradford Smith. just clinging on to that.
Sucked at shooting that game, and he's mad about it.
Well,
Be mad at yourself.
What else we got, Joe?
AK says, Will Goat, how will you muster the courage and audacity to write Bulls articles for 66 more games?
Because
he's the GOAT.
Because he's the GOAT.
Like, really? Really? We got to answer that?
I have a good answer for that. Because I have the honor and privilege of working and writing for a company that allows me to tell it like it is. And so when this team stinks, I'm going to tell it like it is. If this team does something well, I'll point it out. So a lot of people don't have that luxury, and we're talking about things we're grateful for. I'm very lucky to be able to say what I see. And what I see is sometimes not pretty.
Not pretty.
Y'all ain't reading
But that's
the
what we're here
GOAT.
for.
You are
what we're here for,
missing
GOAT.
That's what we're here
out.
for.
Same,
Missing out if you ain't reading the GOAT.
Like how me and Matt was like, we're talking to you because he's the GOAT. What the hell are you talking about?
Last but
the
certainly
answer is in the name.
Right.
not least is the Duke,
The Duke, also known as.
John Wayne.
Come on, Joe.
My fave part was when we stopped playing basketball and went full hot potato until the shot clock ran out. Credit to Billy, drawn up perfectly, but the execution was immaculate. Extend everyone more, Jerry. Great product. Well done, sir.
Oh, Duke. Extra helping of dressing for you, my friend.
level of just bitterness and cynicism that exists within every
soul,
Duke
right?
super chat. It's like, dude, are we related?
Is that just you
It's
commenting
like,
from your phone?
I swear I don't have a ghost account on YouTube.
Oh, it's awesome, man.
And as much as I love this gig, I would not be throwing that much money in super chats at our company myself.
Shout out to the Duke. Shout out to the
Paying
Duke.
our salaries for us. Thank
Hey,
you, dude.
baby, that's
Yeah.
how it rolls.
Said it last time, Duke. Buy the Bulls.
Dude,
You did say that.
Duke, I'll throw you some cash. We should talk.
I won't.
Off the air. I'm ready to make an investment. All right, real quick, shout out to our CHGO Merch Locker Black Friday sale coming up. Thanksgiving weekend.
Black Friday.
Y'all can get mad savings, deals. Some t-shirts in our locker up to 90% off.
Shut your face.
90.
90?
I will be shopping.
Jerry's age plus 3. 90.
You go.
This is the way.
This is
Get discounts on our brand new hats. We got winter caps, but we also now have different
the way.
styles of like baseball cap, trucker hat, dad hat. Check all
yes.
those out. Our CHGO merch, our different CHGO gear. Also, become a diehard. Get a diehard hoodie.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Look at the show 'em your diehard hoodie right there. Look at this thing.
Diehard patch,
It's amazing, dog.
I love this hoodie.
This is really cool. It really is cool.
Check them all out.
Save some money.
Save some money on
Oh,
your holiday shopping. Whoever, if you do Secret Santa, if you got to get some presents for the fellow Chicago sports fans in your life, shop our Black Friday deal because it's crazy good.
eat some food, save some money. Hey, if you want to send us some shirts, go ahead and save some money, buy us, and send it to us. We'll take them. Shout out to y'all for wanting to buy us some
wanna-
shirts. We appreciate
You
you.
want to send me some hats? I'm running that.
Come on, dog. Hey, if y'all got hats you want to send, buy some CHGO hats on Black Friday, save you some money. Send them here. Matt Peck will throw them specifically and specially just for you. As long as you tell us who did it, Matt will
my
do it with
gosh.
your name on it, baby. That is the guarantee.
Hat throw shout outs?
Hat through shout outs.
that gonna be the new-
throw shout
That's
outs.
the next level of CHGO.
Next level, baby. We taking it up a notch. We taking it up a notch, baby. I love it.
All right, guys. Before we get out of here, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Everybody
is.
hopefully has a day to enjoy peace and quiet, good food, and family. Let's just quickly say what we're thankful for as we look forward to a nice day off tomorrow. Joe, what are you thankful for?
Good question.
Well, I just put in the chat, but thankful for all the people. I mean, thankful for you guys, you three. It's lucky to have a great team like this, and thankful for all the guys in the chat and all the girls in the chat, and just cool to have such a loyal and dedicated community here, and it's just like some really awesome people, and we're all rocking together through thick and thin. So it's a cool thing.
That is really cool. Thank you, Joey, for saying that. I am thankful for my family. I am thankful that I get to come here and I work for a company that understands what I have to do outside of here, but also lets me continue to be who the hell I am. That's very rare for me to find that. And when I find something like that, I ain't never leaving that. So CHGO is what's in me, is what it's going to be. And I am incredibly thankful to be sitting right here every dang on night talking to y'all with two dudes I truly, truly, truly respect and love. And it's just really, really awesome to do that, man. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for allowing me to do this, man. I'm really thankful and grateful for that. I really am.
Could not have said it better myself, but I feel the exact same way.
Yeah.
We're so lucky to get to be who we are doing this thing. We got 200 people watching an hour after a brutal Bulls loss. Their 11th loss out of 16 tries.
Get them likes up.
Continuity!
I mean, that's crazy. You guys are the best.
Yeah.
Could not be doing our dream jobs without you all. So massive, massive thank you.
Yeah.
And yeah, just very, very grateful right now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's truly what it is. I think that's we're all thankful for it in that way. That this is a dream job for all of us who get to work here and talk about the team that we love, whether it's us on the Bulls beat or anybody else who works here. This gig is crazy. A lot of us have been striving for it for a long time in a lot of different ways, and to be here doing it, you think like, well, if I ever get to do that, actually, it won't actually be as cool as it is. it is 150% as cool as it is. And it doesn't happen without the support of y'all out there in Bulls Nation who tune into our content. So, yes, thankful for y'all that I work with every day, and I love working with you guys every day. And thankful for y'all in the chat because, man, Bulls fandom, when we launched this, was a season that was, we're going to the playoffs, but things are spiraling, and it's pretty much spiraled since then. And y'all are still here tuning in because you care as much as we care, and that's hella cool. Yeah. Hope you all have a great Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Tomorrow, wherever you are, whoever you're with, eat good food, drink good liquid.
Bones.
Yeah. Even if you're a pescatarian, whatever the hell that is.
That means you eat fish. That's what it means. But you can still eat your dressing. You can still eat your macaroni and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
You can still eat your cranberry sauce. You can still eat your greens. There's a bunch of things you can still get down on, baby. Don't let him deter you from enjoying your Thanksgiving just because you don't want a part of the turkey, even though the turkey is delicious.
More delicious rare cow for me. For our guy, our pal producer Joey Spathis on the controls, Will the GOAT read his stuff Gottlieb. Will_Gottlieb. Big Dave is a bow. BNW Sports on Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We are off tomorrow. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. We are back Friday.
Yes.
In season tournament.
Hey!
Bulls Raptors tip off at 6:30. We'll talk to you guys then. Much love. Last second super chat I see from Jimmy Lit World. Still don't know what the Bulls are doing, Jimmy, but we love you.
But happy Thanksgiving.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Enjoy your families, y'all.
See Red, be good.
Peace and love. Let's go, Bulls!
We all silly.